Hi there, my name is Miss Scott-Riddell and I'm a qualified maths and science teacher, and I'm so looking forward to getting to know you, the Veritas Scholars Academy families. I love everything to do with maths and science, and my hope is that I can pass on some of that enthusiasm to my students and hopefully encourage them that these are subjects that aren't meant to be afraid of, but that they are fascinating and that they can show us so much about the beauty and perfection of our Creator God. I was born in Zimbabwe, however I moved to the UK for university and have been living here ever since. I currently live in St Andrews in Scotland, and it was here that I obtained an MPhil in mathematics and theoretical physics. I then spent a year down at Oxford University where I completed my teacher training, but decided that I missed St Andrews way too much and so moved back here. If you haven't heard of St Andrews before, it is a beautiful little student town in Scotland, and it's famous for being the birthplace of golf. So behind me is the oldest golf course in the world, and it's also the third oldest university in the UK behind Oxford and Cambridge. So why did I want to become a teacher? I started tutoring when I was 16, and I spent 6 months teaching at my old high school before I started university, and I absolutely loved it. I realised that God had blessed me with the gift of teaching, and I knew that I wanted to serve Him through it. I love teaching maths and physics in particular because to me these are the two subjects that show the absolute beauty, perfection and order of God's creation. The fact that all the laws of science and all the equations hold true in all circumstances just shows that God is a God of order and that His ways are unchanging. He is perfect and He is incredible. I get really excited when I teach maths, and I hope that I can pass on some of that excitement to my students. I teach through questioning, so I really want my students to be able to think and reason for themselves. If they can understand how and why we use certain equations, then that will hopefully better equip them to actually be able to use those equations when it comes to problem solving. I have confidence in my students. I want them to have confidence in themselves. One thing that I love more than teaching is the Lord. My parents became Christians when I was 6 years old, and I am so blessed to have been raised by two God-honouring people who have taught me not only what it means to know the Lord and to know His Word, but what it looks like to live faithfully with Him each and every day. I love mentoring young people, and I love telling people about God's truth, and my prayer is that every single day I will live in obedience to the Lord, and in all that I do and in all that I say, that I will bring Him glory and honour. So I really look forward to getting to know you all better, and especially as we study the mathematical concepts that just show the beauty of our Creator God, and how His laws hold our universe in place.